It's a good day today. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful day in Northern Illinois today. It is 54 degrees Fahrenheit and nice and sunny out, as you can see. And today I am reinstalling my white 20-inch wheels and Falken tires. All right, so for those of you that have been with the channel for some time, you'll remember that I installed a set of 20-inch Savini SVF brand wheels, staggered, 8.5-inch wide front, 10-inch wide rear, along with some Pirelli tires, about a year and a half back, and drove it for a while. And the Pirellis were noisy. They had a lot of road noise, and they were all right, but it was a $1,200 set of tires, and they didn't seem quite as good as that $1,200 price tag would suggest. Whew, love the way this car handles. I got the car initially with the 18-inch Aero wheels and tires, and those tires are a comfortable ride. They are efficient, and you know, they came with the car. Didn't have to pay anything extra for them. Admittedly, they weren't quite my taste, just visually. Number two, the longevity wasn't the greatest. I know some people claim that they get good longevity out of them, but I didn't experience that. For me, they were not long-lived at all, and I don't know, I didn't like the look of them. I really didn't. They were efficient and comfortable though. So I started looking for 20-inch wheels and tires, and Tesla sells the 20-inch wheel and tire set. But a couple things. First off, I didn't want my car to just look like a Performance Model 3, because it's not. It's a rear-wheel drive. It's a long-range rear-wheel drive car. And I wanted it to look different. Plus, it was $4,000 for a set of wheels and tires from Tesla. And I thought, well, if I'm going to spend that, I'd like to shop around and get what I want to get. So I bought Savini brand SVF model 20-inch wheels staggered. The front tire, or the front wheels, are the stock. It's just now sensing the new wheels. The front wheels are stock 8.5-inch wide, as the stock Tesla wheels are. The rears are 10 inches wide, so they're a full 1.5 inches wider. And then I went with initially Pirelli tires, but currently this is my second set of Falken tires. These are a lot better. These are Falken brand Azenis model FK510 tires. The rears are, let's see, 275 30 20s, and the front are 235 35 20s. And these tires, my Pirellis, the first 20-inch set of tires that I put on this car were Pirellis. It was $1,200 for the set, and I really didn't like them. I mean, they were all right, but there was a lot of road noise, and they were heavier than these. I mean, there were issues. These tires, the first set I got were $660. This set with shipping, I paid $718 for all 4 tires. Very inexpensive. The Falken tires are quieter, and the overall road feel is better, and they're stickier than the Pirelli tires. So so that's my task for today, is reinstalling my 20-inch wheels and and another set of new Falken tires. So let's dig into it. All right, so you can see I am installing my 20-inch wheels and tires again. So I've spent the last 2.5 to 3 hours cleaning them up and touching them up, and I've got another set of Falken Azenis FK510 tires. The front wheels on this car are 20-inch diameter, and they are 8.5 inches wide, and the tire measurement is, for the front, is 235 35 ZR20. The rears are 10 inches wide, and the tire size is 275 30 ZR20. So for those of you that have been watching the channel a while, you'll know that I initially bought these wheels in black. I had them sandblasted down and powder coated white, and I've put oh my goodness, 50,000 or so miles on these wheels, and they were getting kind of nicked up and rock chips and that kind of thing. So I went ahead, had the new tires put on, had the wheels thoroughly cleaned. I spent the last 2.5 hours cleaning them. Used WD-40 to get off some of the tar specks, and then some alcohol, and then also a bottle of Windex to clean off the alcohol. And then I also used some white paint to touch them up. So I think they turned out really nice. There's the stock wheels that are coming off. So you can see the inside nice and bright white. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and install them. And I'm also going to be putting on my Mountainpass Performance camber arms at the same time. So, now that I've got the wheel off, I'm going to install my Mountainpass Performance camber arms. So, this is what they look like. There are 2 of them. And the thing is, with when you lower the car down, it cambers the rear wheels in just slightly at the top. If you're looking at it from the back, they camber in at the top. So they're leaning, and there's no adjustment for that in the factory suspension. So Mountainpass Performance produces this beautiful set of camber arms, and what it is you loosen these set screws. It relieves tension on the threads. You turn this bolt, and it's threaded in normal right-hand thread on one side, left-hand thread on the other. So as you turn it, it extends or retracts this arm to compensate and for the camber change when you lower the car. This will allow the car to be properly aligned, and so we're going to go ahead and install these. There is 1 bolt at the top, 1 bolt at the bottom, so we'll go ahead and show you that here. So you can see there is 1 bolt here and 1 bolt there that needs to be removed. Simple nut on each bolt. Remove the bolt, replace the camber arm, and then put the wheel back on. So we'll go ahead and dig into it. So you can see I removed the nut from each bolt. Bolts are retracted, so we'll go ahead and remove those. There's 1, and the other comes right out. Now the camber arm should come right out. There we go. Piece of cake. Couldn't be easier. So we'll go ahead and take our new camber arm here and install it in exactly the same spot. So we'll go ahead and work that down in place, but there's where it fits, and then you can easily get to these adjustment screws to adjust the tilt of the wheel, the top in or out, which is the camber. So I need both hands. I'm going to go ahead and set the camera down and finish installing it. So there we go, it's all installed, and just have to repeat the process on the other side. There is the factory original Tesla camber arm. You can even see the part number right there. So just a stamped and welded steel part. So, yep, we'll go ahead and take care of the other side. tires. Repeat that 3 more times. Alright, so you can see the installation process, pretty straightforward. Jack up the car, change the tires, or change the wheels over. Here's the thing though, the white wheels had, they had accumulated some road nicks. One of the wheels had fallen over and gotten slightly scarred, and I was considering having them re-powder coated. I mean, I figured, hey, if I have to have the wheels, or have the tires pulled off the wheels, maybe I'll have them sandblasted and re-powder coated. There were a couple problems with doing that though. For one thing, it was $500 to have them sandblasted and powder coated. It's a lot of money just to make them look a little prettier. Number two, right now with this quarantine thing happening, powder coating shops were closed. They're considered non-essential. So I couldn't get it done anyway. So what I did is I went ahead and had the new tires mounted and balanced, and then I brought the wheels and tires home, and I scrubbed them clean. All the little bits of road tar that were stuck to them I took off by spraying with WD-40 to get the road tar off. After hosing them down with WD-40, I went over them with just simple Windex glass cleaner. I didn't have any other cleaners, so I used Windex. That worked great. And then I got to the points where where the surface was marred in the powder coat, and I found that just I had a can of Ace Hardware gloss white spray paint, and I didn't even prep the surface. I just went ahead and touched up the wheels with this gloss white, Ace Hardware gloss white paint. The paint is sticking great, and you can't find where they were touched up. It is an exact match to the gloss white powder coat. I was worried that you'd be able to see some haziness or something, but there's not. They look perfect. So I spent about 2.5 hours today just scrubbing the wheels thoroughly and touching up the wheels with spray paint. And what I did was I went ahead and I would touch up paint one of the wheels and then set it in the sun to cure, while I worked on the next wheel, set that one in the sun to cure, and went down the line. Each wheel had about a half hour in the sun to cure before I needed to go back to that wheel. And what I did then is, as I was installing the wheels on the car, I started with the first wheel that I touch-up painted and put that on the car, and so that way the paint was dry on all of the wheels, not fully cured, but dry to the touch before they were installed in the car. So I'm driving the car, and the road noise is very minimal. I'm on actually I'm on a cement road right now. It's not blacktop. So cement roads make more noise than blacktop, but it's quiet, going 48 miles an hour. Nice and smooth and quiet. And so I absolutely love these Falcon tires. They are they're the best tires that I've found for the purpose, for the dollar. I mean, I have done, wow, I've probably spent, I bet, 5 hours on the internet looking at tires, just looking at all the tires I could find that were in the size range that I needed. Being a staggered set, wider at the rear than at the front, there aren't, not every brand, not every manufacturer makes tires that are both the size for my front and for my rear that I need. So I had to go with manufacturers that make the correct size tires front and rear. But then also, I didn't want to spend a fortune. I could spend $2,000 on a set of super high-end tires for this car, but I drive it over 40,000 miles a year. I didn't want to do that. I wear out tires. So, so yeah, I definitely didn't want to go that route. So these Falcon tires were the best bang for the buck that I could find. And I brought my car to State Road Auto Repair in the town of Lakemore, Illinois, or McHenry, Illinois. And State Road Auto is, they're the place that initially installed my tires on the well, no, I take that back. They installed my first set of Falcon tires when, after I had the wheels powder coated white. The first set of Pirelli 20-inch tires were actually installed by Wickstrom, Ford, and Barrington when the wheels were black. But this set, when I got the I had bought those Pirelli tires through that dealership, so they were willing to install them. But not every tire shop is willing to mount and balance tires on your wheels that you didn't buy from them. But State Road Auto was willing to do it for me. It was $140 for them to mount and balance the tires the first time, and then it was $155 the second time because they had to remove the old tires and dispose of them and then mount and balance the new ones. So my hat goes off to them. There were a couple minor scuffs that they left in the white powder coat, but they were already somewhat scuffed, and so I wasn't necessarily too concerned about that. I knew I had to touch them up anyway. And so put quite a bit of work in. Actually tore the knee out of my jeans today working on the car, but it was good getting out in the nice sunshine and working on the car. So I'll tell you, these 20-inch wheels and low-profile tires really offer sharp handling and steering response. The 18-inch, the tall 45 profile 18-inch tires that were on it before, they were comfortable, but wow, there was a mushiness in the wheel. These 20s are just phenomenal. I mean, they just hook. My gosh, absolutely great. So that's my that's the gist of my situation here. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of background. If you're relatively new to the channel, I'll give you a little bit of background. So I bought the car. Initially, I stood in line and ordered this car back when they were taking pre-orders. So I went to the Tesla store in Highland Park. I waited outside the building. I was number 9 in line that day to get in the building. Placed my deposit, waited whatever it was, 18 months or 2 years or whatever to get my car. The only car that you could get was long-range battery, rear-wheel drive. That was it, with the premium interior. The only thing you could choose was body color. That was it. If you wanted a first car, that was what you got. So that's what I ordered. Been thoroughly happy with the car, but I've really never liked the wheels and tires. So I got these 20-inch wheels and tires. Again, they were they're Savini brand SVF model wheels. Had them installed in the car, but the ride height was such that there was a bit of an optical illusion. The original tall profile 18-inch wheels and 45 series tires had a certain sidewall height, and the wheel well gap matched the sidewall height. So when I put the Black Model X, when I put the 20-inch low profile 30 series, 30 and 35 series sidewall profile wheels and tires in the car, it still had that same wheel well gap, and it looked like the car was jacked up, really, and it just looked wrong. And so I then went ahead and had the car lowered. Oh yeah, I went ahead and had the car lowered an inch using T Sportline 1-inch lowering springs, and that brought the ride height of the car down absolutely perfect. So the wheel well gap and the sidewall height of the wheels and tires looks beautiful. It really looks like a Performance Model S shrunk down now with this look. And then after a while, I was looking at the black wheels, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and have them powder coated white. So when I was switching from my Pirelli tires to the Falcons, I had the tires removed, and then I brought the wheels in and had them sandblasted and double powder coated gloss white. Now, for those of you, oh, and I love the look, by the way. I know they're polarizing. About 10% of people absolutely hate them, and 90% of the people are in love with them. But the thing is, I've had people tell me white wheels are horrible to maintain, that they're filthy all the time. That's not true at all. 2 of our cars have gloss black wheels and 2 have white wheels. This car and our Smart Electric Drive have white wheels. I'll tell you what, this car used to have gloss black wheels. The gloss black wheels are dusty instantly. I mean instantly, like 2 miles up the road, and they no longer look gloss black, they look satin black or matte black. Whereas the white wheels don't. They hide dust wonderfully. And as an EV, you're not using the mechanical brakes nearly as much, so brake dust isn't an issue. I've seen cars with white wheels that the front wheels are almost instantly filthy because of brake dust. And you're constantly washing the front wheels. But with an EV, you don't have the brake dust problem. you have a little bit of road dust, but it takes a very long time for these wheels to get dirty. Now, white wheels show nicks and tar spots more than black wheels do, has been my experience. But black wheels show dust just instantly, whereas these white wheels are actually easier to keep clean and stay clean longer than gloss black wheels. So, you know, for those of you that are about to post that in the comments section, think twice about posting it, because trust me, I have 2 cars with gloss white wheels. I've put 50,000 miles on these gloss white wheels, and they have always been very easy to keep clean. They stay clean and they're easy to clean. Oh yeah, these things really hook. My gosh, love these tires. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I do appreciate you all. Go ahead and hit the like, give me a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. You'll definitely want to see the next few videos coming up. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm looking forward to showing you a bunch of technical videos working on the Tesla coming up here soon. So have yourselves a wonderful day, and as always, stay charged. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye now.